Area 51. Today, it is one of the most prominent theories, not just in the conspiracy theory world, but also on a global and cultural scale. You can ask almost any person what Area 51 is, or at least what it's about, and they would likely have an answer. And there's much to learn about its connection to folklore and conspiracies as a whole. But first, let's recap.
It started in the Nevada desert, a military base that came to life during the Cold War when stakes were at their highest. The new Area 51 was a secret base built into the sand, designed to build and store new aircrafts that the Soviets hadn't seen before. It was a top-secret operation, and very few were allowed to see and know its inner workings. It was mostly successful, too, as it led to the development of the highest-flying planes at the time, such as the Lockheed U-2 Strategic Reconnaissance Aircraft and the SR-71 Blackbird under the codename Oxcart. At least until the space race, when the Soviets got a hold on the first ever satellite and were able to see the base from outer space.
At its core, the Area 51 conspiracy narrative suggests that the US government maintains a facility in which it conceals the evidence of extraterrestrial contact, also working on reverse engineering alien technology, and doing live experiments on live or dead aliens. And we can see that these lead to two larger narratives that emerge from the base. So we see the emergence of the secret base theory, and we see the emergence of the rapid Cold War aviation technology, which all sort of surrounds the idea of fear in Area 51 that has emerged throughout the years.
These motifs all connect: recovered alien spacecrafts and UFOs, extraterrestrial beings alive and dead, secret underground facilities unknown to the public, and even government-alien collaboration. The main point being, the government is hiding information from the public.
This web is what creates our conspiracy theory.
As all conspiracy theories and folkloristic narratives go, there is always a bad guy. This goes along with the heroes, like supposed whistleblowers such as Bob Lazar, and the victims, such as the American public, which are all ordinary people who are kept in the dark and are simply trying to understand the truth. Sometimes, even the aliens are portrayed as victims. But it's these bad guys that remain the largest focus.
The shadow government, the deep state, and suppressors of information. A common trope throughout all conspiracy theories and folklore: the powerful liars, the seekers of truth, and the silenced. Just as in a regular story, these are all characters that can be recognized and analyzed. I decided to interview a few random college students against their will in order to see what they think Area 51 is all about. What do you believe is actually going down at Area 51, if anything at all?
I mean, what else other than aliens? I mean, like, maybe not a alien, but something to prove that there's things out there. And they don't know what they're doing, and we know that they don't know what they're doing.
What do you think actually happened at Area 51?
I don't know, but I think the Jews, I don't know, it's probably just like secret aircraft or something.
I imagine most of it's pretty boring, and then occasionally there's probably something very interesting, but I don't imagine it's a lot of crazy alien sci-fi stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if there is an alien department, but I don't imagine it's like things in tanks. I imagine it's just like some more boring stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's someone whose job is to at least think about the possibility of there being aliens.
What do you think actually happened at Area 51?
I think that they had them there, and then the second that everyone was like, oh, the aliens are there, they just moved them elsewhere.
I think actually happened at Area 51. So, like back in I think the 90s, there was this guy, his name was Dr. Henry Jones, and he uncovered a Nazi plot to steal the Ark of the Covenant, which was used in Christianity. And then once they were able to secure it from the Nazis, they put it into the storage of Area 51, which was then opened up later by the Soviet Union to find a crystal skull that would go to a temple. Found out that there was aliens at the temple, and they were really bad CGI.
Government activities.
Thank you. So, what do you think happened at Area 51? Very good input, thank you.
Safe to say, these narratives are different for everyone. Just as traditional tales have tale types, so do conspiracy theories, and Area 51 is jam-packed with them. The base narrative always remains similar, circling the idea that Area 51 houses secret alien technology, but the potential types branch out. Reverse engineering, ongoing contact and cooperation, and a breakaway civilization are all highly present theories. Believers of the theory, who are often referred to by folklorists as conduits of transmission, include people like Bob Lazar, who claim to have worked firsthand with technology, and Howard Bloom, who has a collection of UFO sightings and information. This is not to mention the hundreds to thousands of people who use platforms like Reddit, 4chan, and X, formerly known as Twitter, to spread their beliefs. Area 51, being a more popular conspiracy theory, is indulged by potentially 68% of Americans, but is more intricately believed by fewer. There's a large difference between the government is hiding something from us about aliens, than this specific alien spacecraft is being held inside this base. What makes the Area 51 conspiracy theory so interesting is its rich symbolic significance. It emerged during the Cold War, when government secrecy was at its highest and general trust was at a low.
Almost all conspiracy theories come from a place of fear, but Area 51 has some pretty intense fear-mongering.
It says a lot about societal anxieties about technology outpacing human control, government transparency, and humanity's place in the cosmos, which all, in some way, also reflect the fear of communism spreading. If there's any allegory for aliens, it's the not like us, or in this case, communist. Today, it could very well be applied to the sparse American fear of immigration, a fear that some people very obviously have. However, there is a hint of truth to this narrative. The government did lie about the existence of Area 51 for decades, not admitting to its existence until 2013 when the CIA released documents about the aircrafts that were developed there in secret. Unfortunately, this makes the theories only seem more plausible. The extreme security measures at Area 51, the warning signs, the secrecy, the restricted airspace, function symbolically as evidence of hidden knowledge. In folkloristic terms, these physical barriers represent the boundaries between the known and the unknown. For believers, this is their chance to prove that there's something more, heroes in a sense. The popularity of this narrative allows for significant belief. When one feels powerless, they come to seek a new sense of power. These intricate beliefs can lead to extremities. However, Area 51 helps us to gain a better understanding of folklore nevertheless, whether we like it or not. The theory stands at the intersection of secrecy and imaginative speculation. As a conspiracy theory, it reveals so much about our cultural anxieties in relationship to authority.
In this way, conspiracy theories like Area 51 fulfill the same human needs that traditional folklore has addressed for millennia. Whether or not there are alien spacecrafts or unknown life forms hidden at Area 51, the conspiracy theories that emerge from the base themselves still function as powerful modern myths, attempting to explain the unexplainable, to find order in chaos, and to reclaim a sense of agency in a world that is increasingly dominated by complex and opaque power structures. I decided to interview a bunch of random, increasingly...
You didn't ask me a question.